going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go through some of my favorite knife and glove combos, ranging from a budget $125 all the way up to $1,000. So no matter what your budget is, hopefully this video is going to give you some sort of idea of what kind of combos you can get. If you have a knife and glove combo you want to share, you can come join the Discord. As always, it's going to be pinned down in the comments. And yeah, let's just get into the list. Starting off on the list, we've got a Paracord DD Pat and Battle Scarred, the Hydra Gloves Mangrove and well worn, giving off like a woodsman or a hunter kind of vibe. I think these work really well together. The colours are matching up nicely, and yeah, not much really to say about them. Alright, second on that list, the duct tape hand wraps and the rust coat daggers. The Battle Scarred daggers on this just match so well with the hand wraps. They look, in my opinion, they look hella clean, dude. It kind of reminds me of like Tarkov or like you escaping from the gulag or some shit like that. They look fucking sick. Field tested hand wraps and Battle Scarred shadow daggers both coming up to $125. Alright, moving up to the $250 budget, we got a factory new Bowie knife Brightwater partnered with the Moto Gloves Polygon Battle Scarred. These look hella sick in my opinion. If you like that blue kind of color and that matching feeling, you know, they look pretty nice. The Bowie knife, you know, if you're not a fan, you can always switch it out for the gut knife. It ends up being around the same amount of money. Like the value's the same. So depending on what you feel, depending on what you like, gut knife, Bowie knife, you can switch these out. The Brightwaters are all roughly the same amount of price, so it's gonna match your budget. Second combo in a 250 range, we've got my favorite, honestly my favorite budget gloves, the Moto Gloves Smokes Out. These are in battle scarred condition, but honestly if you have a brighter looking knife you can't really notice it, or you can notice it, but it adds to the feeling, you know what I mean? Damascus steel, black laminate, stained, you know, those brighter or darker type of finishes. You can always switch these knives out for like another bright colored knife, you know, it's pretty simple like that. If you don't like the Huntsman Damascus, you can go with the Huntsman Knight. Still around, like, you know, nice little combo, matching up with the 250 budget nicely. Yeah, just personal preference at the end of the day. These are just my favorite. They look pretty clean, and yeah, not much else to say about them. Moving up to the $500 budget range, we've got a field tested stiletto knife Crimson Web with the blood pressure gloves, also in field tested, coming up to around $498, so matching just underneath there. These blood pressure gloves look sick, dude. They look fucking amazing, bro. For the budget as well, for like 200 gloves, you can get field tested and you can barely notice them, you know. No damage on the gloves, nothing. The stiletto knife as well, field tested, looks crazy. You can always switch these out. You know, if you don't like the stiletto, you can switch it out for a nomad knife. And if you're not a fan of how much red is on the blood pressure, you can actually switch them out for the Bloodhound Chart in field tested as well. Comes around to the same amount of money, and you can kind of work with both of them. You can switch out the nomad for the stiletto, and you can switch out the Moto for the Bloodhound gloves. And for the second combo, we've got $300 minimal wear hand wraps overprint with the $100 minimal wear shadow daggers Knight. So you're saving around $100 there. You can't really go wrong. This is the only combo I like the shadow daggers in. I'm not a big fan of the shadow daggers, but I thought I'd incorporate it for the people that do love those. And the gloves here also are pattern based. If you're unaware, you can get high teal like you see in the video, or you can get kind of like that darker blue underneath on top, so it matches the Knight pretty closely. I'm not sure how the prices are. And if you're not a fan of the Knight, I've got here, this might honestly be my favorite combo of the video. The Shadow Dagger Slaughters on these overprint gloves. Call me crazy in the comments, but these look fucking sick in my opinion. The teal and the pink. Call me crazy. I don't know, you let me know. If you think I'm crazy, you let me know. I really like this combo. I haven't seen them anywhere, to be fair. But these look fucking sick. Just underneath $500 as well, like $498. Alright, we're moving up. I'm moving up to the $750 range. We've got the Battle Scarred Sport Gloves Slingshots partnered with a field tested Bayonet Autotronic. You know, if you're a fan of red, these are your gloves. If you're willing to spend $750 on a combo, then this might be your go. $350 for the gloves, $400 for the knife. And if you're not a fan of the Bayonet Autotronic, you can always switch it out for the Huntsman Slaughter, which arguably looks better. In my opinion, I like the Bayonet, but the Slaughter does look pretty clean also with these gloves. Second combo in a 750 range. Listen, a lot of people might hate me here. You know, the colors don't match. But I like this combo. I really do like this. You got the Cobalt Skulls hand wraps partnered with a Nomad Knife Marble Fade. It's just under 750, 740 bucks. I really like it. Very, very bright combo. The blue hand wraps. Listen, I could have just put on a bright water knife and just called it a day, but you know, if you're gonna spend 750 on a combo, you gotta want a nice knife as well, you know. So it's 400 bucks for the knife, 340 for the gloves, 740, nice combo. Alright, and we're here at the $1,000 combo. These look insane. The butterfly knife with a hand wraps caution. I really wanted to incorporate these gloves. I'm happy I did, because this combo looks crazy. Grey on the gloves and the grey on the knife are matching. Perfect. They match perfect together. Not much you can do with these gloves, to be honest, but I did want to incorporate them into the video regardless. They look insane. They really look nice with this knife. Any knife, to be honest. If you're not a fan of the butterfly, I mean, who isn't? But like, if it's too much out of your price range, you can always switch it out for another knife, or maybe get a well-worn knife or something like that. Any night knife and the caution gloves look hella sick together. And for the last combo, ladies and gentlemen, the return of the Bloodhound gloves partnered with a Talon knife Crimson Web in minimal wear condition. These look fucking sick. This is a little bit over budget, I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now on the market, these are about $1,005. Regardless, they look very nice. You can sell a case or two. You're gonna spend $1,000 on a combo. I think you can afford the extra $5 for this nice little combo. Just any type of Crimson Web knife with these gloves looks sick. And that's gonna be a wrap on today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you did like any of the combos, leave a like, let me down in the comments. And also, if you guys have any combos of your own, join the Discord. It's going to be down in the pinned comments. Chuck your screenshots in one of the channels. I'll be able to check it out down there. Anyways, see ya.